Today we are going to talk about the movies played by the legend Bruce Lee. The first one is The Big Boss. This movie was released in 1971 and Bruce Lee was acting as it is the first movies which attract more viewers and more familiarity of Bruce Lee. This movie makes Bruce Lee more famous than he was in that time of 90s. Then the second is The Fist of Fury, which was released in 1972 after The Big Boss. Then the third is The Way of the Dragon. Way of the Dragon. In this movie, The Way of the Dragon, he acted together with Chuck Norris, who was an American. So they played the two along. So this movie called The Way of the Dragon make Bruce Lee more famous than before. So the last film or movie played by the Bruce Lee is called Enter the Dragon in 1973. What gave Bruce Lee died while Game of Death was still in process. So the Game of Death, a short scans from Game of Death was released, but Game of Death was released in 1978 after passing of Bruce in 1973. That is The Big Boss Part 2, 1981. So why Bruce Lee is so called the Dragon? He is called the Dragon because he was born on the day of Dragon. It was then a day the Chinese called the Day of the Dragon. So the Way of the Dragon 1991 passed. Day of the Dragon released it was with Chuck Norris. Dead Strike in 1978. The Legend of the Bruce Lee, but was not played by this movie was related to Bruce Lee, but was not played by Bruce Lee because during that time Bruce Lee was already dead, and then Bruce Lee go in coordination. And Bruce Lee released in 2012, and then The Birth of the Dragon released in 2016. This is the movies played or released after 1973, or are movies released after the passing of the Bruce Lee. So they say one life, one impact, and forever legend. This means that one life, one impact, forever legend. You should show your weakness. Every human being has his or her own weakness or own uniqueness. So you should show one life, one impact, and forever legend.